Namaskar. As we are discussing about reading, and after reading 3 books which we have discussed till now, Attitude is Everything by Jeff Keller, then Life's Amazing Secrets by Gaur Gopal Prabhu, and Think Like a Monk by Jay Shetty, I started reading Perfect Love by Shubha Vilas Prabhu, that is and entitled 5.5 Ways to a Lasting Relationship. So this is the book which describes more about a relationship, how to balance a relationship, how to have a great relationship with your partner, and it gives it with example. That is the specialty of Shubha Vilas Prabhu. I have attended his lectures too when I was in Mumbai and in Girgaon Chowpatty temple. His specialty, like every doctor now has specialty, his specialty is Ramayana, where he discusses about Ramayana, and he has also books written for the same. There are 4 in numbers, Ramayana series. The first book named as the Game of Life, and it was wonderful book. I read it before, and then I came across this book Perfect Love by Shubha Vilas Prabhu. I immediately bought it and read it. So here is a note given by a publisher. I will read it for you before going in details of this book. Happily ever afters are easier said than done. Love can be painful. It can lead to disappointments. But love is also the most precious gift we have to give and to receive. How do we choose the right partner, and how do we sustain that relationship so it lasts a lifetime? So spiritual life coach Shubha Vilas tells you how, with the help of 6 stories from the scriptures. These are tales of adventure, and intense love, and love that tests the limit of patience in lovers who find their faith in unconditional trust, compassion and forgiveness. Nala and Damayanti, Krishna and Rukmini, Shakuntala and Dushyant, Udayan and Vaswadatta, Satyavan and Savitri, and 6, which is titled by Shubha Vilas Prabhu as 5.5, is Draupadi and the 5 Pandava brothers. These are accounts we may have heard many times, but have not had an opportunity to understand in such depth and detail and with such empathy. But why 5.5 ways and not 6? This I will like to keep as mystery, and you will come to know after reading this book why this is 5.5 and not 6. So combining powerful storytelling with deep philosophical truths, Perfect Love is a treasure trove of scriptural wisdom for the modern age. So in the modern age also, Shubha Vilas have the skill to explain ancient stories, that too with example and analysis and his related quotes. So in his every book, Shubha Vilas Prabhu gives a star and then his quotes, star and quotes. So even if you are busy, you can go through his quotes when you want to revise his book. Yes, revise. You will like to revise his book because it's wonderful. I have now at least revised through. I have gone through quotes only 2-3 times, but still I feel every time as a new thing, and it's the skill of Shubha Vilas Prabhu. So the quote which he makes after putting a star is related to that story or that paragraph. So after reading to paragraph, you will get a philosophical quote. So in Shubha Vilas Prabhu's books, you will get story with example. The storytelling is also very skillful. So story with example, then analytical points, and then philosophy too. So you enjoy all the 3 in 1 in this book. So I will like to read some paragraphs, or at least initial paragraphs of the analytical description of Shubha Vilas Prabhu. In the first chapter, Shubha Vilas Prabhu describes about a story of Nala and Damayanti. how they were united and then separated because of some reason, and then they reunited after many years of their life, and how the time past tests their love, and how they still stay together after that test is how is described here. Between, I will just read underlined lines. Between a man and a woman in distress, it is the woman who takes stable decisions and displays greater tolerance. So many times people talk about woman empowerment. So as this quote also mentioned by Shubhu Vilas Prabhu, many times I too feel that we actually don't need woman empowerment, but we as women we should know our powers. What we are doing is we are trying to equalize men and women, which is not possible, because men have in the physical structure also we have different reproductive organs. There is a differentiation. So there is differentiation in your physical being, in your mental being. So you cannot equalize a thing. Like every creature has its unique feature in this world. Like if you want to equal a bird with fish, it cannot happen. So in the same way, a male and a female, they are different, and what we have as a woman is our ability to adjust with many things. Then male has different abilities which are required for them. You cannot make arguments, and you cannot just make them equal, because they are different, and their difference is what brings joy to our life. What woman can do that men cannot do, and what men can do that woman cannot do. They should know their unique features. They should know their mental stability. They should know their inner power, and they should follow their inner voice, and they should do what they can do at the best in their lifetime. This is the requirement. More than making them equal, make them realize their unique powers, what are there inside, because every male has some feminine part and every female has some masculine part in their feature. So they already are mixed, like Mahadev also shown in Ardhangini Roop. So every person has that features. You as being a woman, you should know your powers, instead of begging for making you have equal rights. Instead of that, know your powers, increase your inner strength, and do in your life whatever you want to do. That is the thing. You do not have to rebel every time. You just have to be patient, and you should know what are your powers. So forgiveness is key, the entitled analytical description. There comes a phase in every relationship that challenges its continuance. A chain of bad behavior or a series of weaknesses forces you to the limits of your tolerance. For some whose tolerance is lower, a single instance of bad behavior or a single exhibition of a character flaw can be enough for them to exit relationship. The human brain has the tendency to remember only feelings that belong to the current circumstances of life and conveniently filter out those from the past. No matter how many beautiful and positive memories you have of a relationship, when you come across bad behavior or a character flaw in your partner that causes you extreme pain, the past positives are forgotten. The overwhelming love we had for the person melts in the heat of current pain and leaves behind an ugly puddle of detestation. When a relationship begins, the focus is on the good qualities of that person, and when a relationship ends, the focus has shifted only to the bad qualities. So you must be knowing how strong and in depth every thing is explained by Shubhu Vilas Prabhu. So Moving to the next chapter, where Shubha Vilas Prabhu describes about love story of Krishna and Rukmini, and here he quotes a wonderful quote: "Love is planted by active care, rooted in trust, watered by words, nourished by struggles together, protected by commitment, decorated by fond memories, and made to blossom with reciprocation." So these are wonderful quotes of and every page, a single page contains one or two quotes, and you just enjoy it. And the wonderful thing about the quote is it is related to that paragraph, so you immediately get related to that thing, and you get philosophical quote with an example. So in this chapter of Krishna and Rukmini, Shubha Vilas Prabhu give analytical description with a title "Appreciative Expression of Love," because in this story Shubha Vilas Prabhu describes how appreciative expression of Rukmini helps Krishna to know her love towards him, and then Krishna could take steps to kidnap her from her parent, her place. So in this, the first paragraph I will read for you. "The tongue is probably God's most delicate creation. If it unfurls to hurl distasteful words, it can break the bonds of the strongest relationship. If it twirls to spread gentle words, it can enhance the weakest. The verbal expressions are game changers." Thus, the tongue and the words that spill out of tongue have to be monitored with discernment. So your vocabulary also get improved after reading these books of Shubha Vilas Prabhu, because he uses some words we don't know till now, and your vocabulary is not formed with the words but with the intentions. See, every word has quote in his book. So third chapter is a silence voice, where he describes a story of Shakuntala and Dushyant, and in this chapter how trust is important in a relationship. He describes about that, how their relationship was tested by trust on each other. Trusting relationships, sometimes called the gut, sometimes intuition, sometimes our connection with the Paramatma, sometimes inner voice, and most commonly trust. Trust is the foundation on which relationships thrive. Without trust, they only strive. Trust is the highest tribute one can offer any relationship. But as they say, the real test of a ship is not how good it looks at the dock, but how well it does in a storm. The trust factor gets heavily tested in the midst of storms of doubt, not during the initial fair weather of love. So he describes about the stages of a relationship. In the early period, we are very love is in the air kind of phase, where everything is so fine, everything is so romantic, everything is so like fairy tales. But as the reality of life hits each other, they get self doubts, they get doubts about their relationship and other person or the partner. So here he explains how the ship is tested in a storm. So in the same way, when difficulties come in your relationship, that there is a testing time of your relationship. If it gets if it overcomes that period, then it will last for a long time. Then in the next chapter, the other before oneself. In this chapter, he discusses a story of Udayan and Vaswadatta. Here, how they put the other before their self, and how their relationship flourished because of that attitude of both of them, is very well explained in this chapter, and I will read only analytical description of it. The first paragraph. Good times help tide over bad times. Spending time together is more important than spending a life together. Time is the world's most expensive currency. When you invest time on something or someone, it means that you are investing your most expensive currency in that person. Probably the best way to understand priorities is to monitor the way you spend the currency of time. So in the same way, as we are discussing about routine of a mother in these videos, so you have to prioritize your work so that you are able to arrange your time. As Shubho Vilas Prabhu has described it, time is the most expensive currency. So arrange your time, prioritize your work, and specifically put 1 hour at least for yourself, because you are very valuable too. As you are able to adjust with others' routines, with your as a mother, you or as a wife, you adjust to everyone's schedule, like your baby's schedule or your husband's schedule. So with that, you should also prioritize your mental health, physical health, and for that you should give minimum of 30 minutes to 1 hour to yourself, so that you get charged in that period. Because just like a discharged phone cannot do better performance, in the same way discharged woman, the important woman in the family, cannot do better things, or it may you may see their outcomes, bad outcomes as your age progresses. You may get some weakness, some bone problems, as you have not cared for you in the initial period of your life. So take care of you, all mothers. So moving to next chapter of Shubho Vilas Prabhu, The Woman Who Chose. In this chapter, in the analytical description, Shubho Vilas Prabhu named it as the determination to stay together. When the going gets tough, the easiest option is to give up. A relationship is like hiking up a steep mountain. No one reaches the summit of a mountain by giving up when faced with the first obstacle. There are many reasons not to stay together, but the one reason to not give up is love. And that's enough of a reason to deal with all the obstacles that arise on the hike up the mountain of any relationship. Determination means doing what's necessary. Determination means doing what's necessary even when it seems difficult. Determination allows us to act even when we don't know how to. Determination gives us courage. The mind automatically generates internal resources that are needed to overcome resistance, setbacks, and self-doubt, given enough determination and will. So, as you have known about your mental health awareness, and your physical health is also important, you should be determined to your that thought of priority of your health. So be determined and follow your routine. And even if you fail someday you may not feel better, or some obstacles may come, be determined, try to follow it, and you will definitely become successful. And you can see that in yourself how successful you become. Success is just not outer success, or when you get success in your career. It's as you have become a mother, there every day is like a success when you get when you perform it in a very good way. So you have that benefit of motherhood. You can see everyday result of your good mental health, because your child will listen to you more. You will, or otherwise if your child is getting angry, or you stay calm, that's also I count as a success of me, because many times we are not able to stay calm when our children gets naughtier or they throw a tantrum. So do that. I will read a second paragraph also of this analytical description, because I liked it a lot, and they are liked by many people too. Choices are the greatest enemy of determination. When there are various choices available, the mind inevitably takes the easy route. The subconscious mind is always scanning for easy and less cumbersome ways of dealing with the difficulties that arise in relationships. If you spend even one moment considering an alternative, the mind will latch onto it immediately. Therefore, rather than putting your full energy and potential into making a relationship work in the long term, the mind will look for short-term gains and not want to think too far. Determination forces one to prioritize the long-term implications of every choice one makes. Determination is the enemy of options. Many prefer to change relationships like channels on television set. So how determination in small things you are doing in your motherhood gives long-term benefits is explained by Shubha Vilas Prabhu. So first start your determination power with small things, and slowly you will see that quality getting improved, and that reflect in your relationship with your child, with your spouse, and with others too. So be determined. In the next, determination is enemy of options. We have read that. Those who are determined to commit themselves to a relationship for life understand that there is a great benefit in limiting one's choices. They understand that if someone is not satisfied with one person, they will never be satisfied with anyone. No matter how many channels you keep changing, the satisfaction your mind is searching for will prove elusive. The determination to stick to one relationship actually increases the overall levels of happiness and contentment in a human being. So that is the secret, determination to stick to one relationship. That is the secret of our older generations, where they used to stick to one person even though they may face some difficulties or many difficulties. They used to stick to one person, and that used to increase their adjusting capacity, and they used to feel stronger in that capacity, and that's what was a rewarding point for them, because they used to get stronger as the life passes with that person, and in the end, in some way, the person who is getting troubled was happy to survive and to pass through those difficulties. Then the last chapter, 5.5, a condition about conditions. So here Shubha Vilas Prabhu describes about the secret of Draupadi about handling her 5 husbands. When Satyabhama, Krishna's wife, asks Draupadi that how she handles 5 husbands when she is struggling with one husband. So this is it, where this is entitled as conditions that unite. Some relationships appear to be genuine and sturdy like cheap imitation products. It feels that they will surely last forever. In fact, they manage to convince the whole world that it is going to last forever. Eventually, though, like every imitation product, one day the label falls off and the parts start wearing off. You may successfully convince the world that the relationship is real, but the question is, how long will you convince yourself? The difference between genuine and fake is the amount of time it lasts. Genuine relationships grow with time, while fake relationships go with time. So here I end my discussion, and I pray for your genuine relationships to grow with time. And so let me know in comment section how am I doing videos by videos, and how should I improve my skills. That will be very genuine of you, that will be very sweet of you if you mention it. And thank you.